I think is what makes this the kind of event that it is. I'd like to talk a bit about TPOS, the Festival of Storytellers. It is an author. It is an author dedicated virtual book fair, unlike other book fairs where the emphasis is on the publishers. This is for us. We have booths. We have booths. You can do your live streams. You can participate in the roundtables. It's just been a very, very exciting event, I think, and people have taken advantage of it. It's been successful, and we've got 3 more days for that success. I am Ellie Gacetta, and I'm the author of 2 books, which I'm going to try to grab over here. My first book is One Caregiver's Journey, which is a story about my 9.5 years of caring for my mother after she broke her hip at the age of 92. It's basically a journal. It's a snapshot into the realities of the changes and challenges of caregiving over the 10 years. And she passed away in my home at the age of 102. So I think I did a pretty good job taking care of her. And my second book is Generations of Good Food, which is a compilation of 200 recipes from our Italian family. And it is a dedication of the legacy of the kind of cook and baker that family was. They came from Sicily, and they brought all their tricks with them. Let's get into today's topic, because it's one of my favorite topics, actually. And it's the importance of the webpage for your book. One of the questions that I am occasionally asked is it worth the investment to develop a professional webpage, or are you better off having your neighbor's kid do it for you? Because they're pretty technically savvy, and they all seem to know how to go that way. But a web page is your online presence, and your online presence needs what I would refer to as a central home, and it projects your brand, it projects your creativity, and it connects you with the readers and your peer authors. So the first question that I have for all of us is, should you hire a developer, or should you do it yourself? Because with sites such as Wix and Squarespace, if you understand how to navigate them, you can probably develop your own. However, they have ready-made templates, but you need graphic design, you need photography, you need maybe a photo gallery, you need a buy page. This can be a pretty tall order. So what do you ladies think? Lakeisha, tell me. Okay, you got your hand up. Tell me.
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Lakeisha Townsend, and I wrote a book, if you can see it behind me. It's called Your Wealth Lives Within. And that's how I got in to know about Reader's Magnet and the Storytellers Festival. And I wanted to tell you, Ellie, I'm actually doing a Caregivers Expo on Saturday. It's about caregivers, and they do this free expo for them, to kind of pamper them, for being caregivers. And so when you said that, I said I wanted to let her know I'm actually doing that this weekend.
Wow.
But my to answer that question, I think yes. I mean, like, if you want to like just initially get it out there, you could probably, try and do it yourself, or have, like you said, your neighbor to do it. But now with security that your website needs to have, because that shows people that they're safe on your website, that, yeah, you probably do need to, get someone professional to kind of do that so that they feel secure on your website.
Thank you. Kimmy, what do you think?
I'm learning because I don't have a website yet.
Oh, my goodness.
So this is, yeah, that's, yes. So this is very good for me to be here.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Napperson,
I
do you have a webpage?
Yes,
I'll come
I
back, Kimmy.
do. I love Kimmy hair today.
Thank you.
I love it. So pretty.
Thank you.
Hey. So I have sorry, off the subject. So yeah, I do have a website because it's like I share. I think Ali, I don't know that you heard about that. I have some podcasts in Thai and English as well because it's like I mentioned that when I met the Lord because I'm only 9 years with the Lord. So I'm kind of like still excited to share gospel. So I do have my website, but I kind of have a goal that I would love to share this to Thai people. So yeah, I do have a website and I hire people to do because it's more professional, like another sister said earlier. Nukisha, right? Yeah,
Yes.
agree with her. Yes.
Napperson, give us your webpage. What is your website?
Fathersbusinesspublishing.com. So the reason I have that name is just meaningful that father's business, like I am about to do father business, like Jesus said. So fathersbusinesspublishing.com. So I do publishing.com because of my original publisher. They said about they can do a white label for me in order for me to form a company and I can translate my English to Thai book. So I can publishing myself in Thailand for the Thai book. So that's why I have fathersbusinesspublishing.com. Relate to the father business ministry that I'm thinking that what going to lean toward to the ministry to Thailand, missionary to Thailand.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Thank
Yeah,
you.
on Ali, I would like to share with you that I'm with you. I am take care of my mom 13 years now. My mom broke her back. She fell 11 steps, fly from Thailand, fell, and then she have to wear the suit that protect her neck for the whole
Like
year
a brace, yes.
yeah, and the whole body because it's a spinal. She lost the 2 bones, and after that, 2 knee replacement, and after 2 knee replacement, eye surgery both eyes, and after the second knee replacement, slip and fall broke her hip. So like 5 years in a row surgery, and then after I met the Lord, my dad got a heavy stroke and lost his speech and paralyzed one side. So I take care of that 9 years now with the paralyzed, and I shower him, clip his nail, feed him. I do everything for both of them, mom and dad, for 13 years now.
I think everybody would join me if I just said, God bless you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I mean,
Thank
you're
you.
definitely.
I had 10 years and my mother was 92. She was already elderly. So it's a stressful, but you have such a beautiful countenance about you. So God bless you for doing that. Father Bob, good morning. Do you tell us about your webpage, buddy?
Well, it is gumshoepriest.com. And I got a little nervous because I had this domain name probably 2 or 3 years ago or so. And I started thinking, oh my goodness, because there were other people interested in that domain name. So I went on a place to check, and it's something that you can get on DuckDuck. And I went on there to check to see, because it tells you what the expiration date is on that account. And so it's not until September of next year, which I was very glad to hear. Before I talk a little bit about that, I wanted to clarify with you, Ellie, from yesterday. I'm not really an Amish person. What I mean to say, I'm not against anything that's been invented in the modern world, including internet and including the very medium in which we're now working. It has great
Right.
merit. And along with Walt, who was here yesterday, it's great for informational, information grabbing. When I was studying for my MFT, I had, first of all, the university library that was online, and then also Quorum and some other things that you can go to, and you can download numerous books that may be in foreign libraries even. So that's another thing. So it was only against reading books per se for entertainment or that. Otherwise, all these advances electronically are superior in my view. So on that, I agree with you. Now, the website it hasn't been updated for a long time because I've been sick the last 2 years, extremely sick, almost died a couple of times. The Lord brought me through that. And he brought me through it for a reason. And part of that reason is to preach his gospel to as many people as possible. And so the idea here is that I was unable to do the updates. The content of it is normally begins with a quote from somebody that's well known, like one from, I don't know, any of you remember Chester Hairston, but he was an African-American gentleman who was a choral director who spoke numerous languages and whom Dwight Eisenhower appointed as a special secretary at large for, he spoke German and English, of course, and there's a couple other languages. And I love the guy. I mean, when he was on a show not recently, last 10 years, called Amen Corner, he played the deacon on that. And before that, he was on that much despised show, Amos and Andy. And he played Leroy, the brother-in-law of the Kingfish. And I know that's not politically correct to even mention that today, but that was Chester Harrison's thing. So the quote I ran from him was when he was in movies, he was in 28 films, but they always made him play some kind of subservient role. And he was the first one. Stephen Fetchit didn't do it, but he did. And he said he would not accept the role of a shoeshine boy. So they promoted him to the chief medicine man, or not a witch doctor, I can't remember what they call him, in a film. And from then on, he got more and more better roles until the discrimination, the really horrible discrimination that has been in this country. And I think in a lot of ways we at least tried to come back from he was there. So then I will write something like it's my reaction to that. And the topics for this are science, scripture, religion in general, music, and that's about it. So I make comments along those lines. And when
So
I
do you
come
put
back,
those on excuse me, Father, do you put those on your webpage?
yes,
Okay, and then are they blogs that people can go in and read on your webpage?
yes, yeah. In fact, they're still active that way. So if you go to gumshoepriest.com, it'll be if you scroll through the introduction part of it, which I explain why I use that terminology, that it'll have a thing to press that will take you to the main blog, and then you can thumb through. I think there's 5 or 6 on there. Some of them quite interesting to me anyway, and I would hope they'd be interesting to others. But that's about it right now.
So let's hear from Mackenzie, and then I want to move into another area. Mackenzie, tell us, would you hire a developer? You have to unmute. Would you hire a developer, or would you do your own web page? There you go.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I decided to have a company do my website for me instead of me doing it. I didn't want to do all the work, even though it cost me money.
I don't blame you. Are you an author?
Yes, I am an author of 3 books.
Tell us about your book.
Well, I'm just gonna share the 3rd book,
Okay.
which is right here. A Beautiful
Okay, a
Life Well
beautiful life
Lived.
well lived. Okay. All right.
If you don't mind, I would like to read a poem from it.
Well, we don't have a lot of time. Well, we do have time, but we've got a lot to cover. So if it's short, that would be fine.
Yeah, it's short.
Okay.
Yes, this one is called Maybe Who Knows. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'm the person mopping the floor. Maybe I'm the person cooking on the grill. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'm the person cleaning the parking lot. Maybe I'm the person taking out the trash. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'm the person sleeping on the floor. Maybe I'm the homeless man looking for a home. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'm the person who purposely signed himself in the psychiatric hospital. Maybe I'm the guy looking for something at a church. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'm the guy being ignored in his hospital bed. Maybe I'm the guy who was diagnosed with by different psychiatrists. Some of the differences are bipolar, depression, and schizophrenia. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'm the guy searching for something at a strip club. Maybe I'm the guy searching for something at a bar. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'm the guy who has taken over 8 years to complete his bachelor's degree. Maybe I'm the guy who got arrested by the police and ended up in the psychiatric hospital, but with no police record. Maybe who knows? Maybe this is just part of my journey on this stage called life. Maybe I'm supposed to have a legacy for this generation and coming generations. Maybe that's why I had a first suicide attempt. Maybe the Lord will guide me to be great. Maybe who knows? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was pretty enlightening. You covered a lot of territory about maybe who knows.
Would you like to know my website?
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us what your website is.
Yeah, my website is MackenzieThePoet.com.
Okay, thank you. So Father Bob, and Kimmy, I would hope that you would consider working with Reader's Magnet to put together a dynamic webpage for you. They do super work. And for Father Bob, I would tell you that they also help you maintain your domain. And you were talking about how many web pages, how you find the name for your web page. And even though it's suggested that your web page be in your name as opposed to a book, I was so green when I developed my web page that it's in my book. But the number of people that would like to have one caregiver's journey and who are willing to pay a lot of money for that domain. So Reader's Magnet has helped me maintain my domain. So can you get by, can we get by with social media accounts in the place of a website? Some people that a web page would equal to professionalism and your online presence. But the other thing is that if you go to book fairs or to conferences where people are interested in books, in carrying your book in a bookstore or even possibly a traditional publisher, the feedback that they will give you is you should have a web page, you should have a website. It makes it a lot easier to pitch to editors and agents and I've not pitched to editors and agents, but it makes it much easier to pitch to editors and agents. So the next question that I would have is, does somebody want to ask if we can get by with the web page? Does social media, is it as good as a web page? Mackenzie, is social media as good as a web page?
I don't think so, because with the website, people could go on it. And with the social media, you might need to friend the person before you see whatever the person posts.
True, that's true. Kimmy, what do you think?
I think the same thing. You can't necessarily trust social media. And so and who wants to friend everybody? I mean, sometimes that's a
Good
creepy
point.
thing, you know?
Good point.
Yeah, it's a creepy thing.
Lakeisha, what do you think? Oh, you're
she's muted.
Lakeisha, you're mute. Oh, Bob is on. Lakeisha, there you are. She's all right.
Okay.
She's unmuted, Bob, and then I'll come back to you.
Yeah, it
Thank you.
wouldn't, you said I couldn't unmute myself.
Okay.
I don't think that you can rely on that too, like, like the other lady said, because I know I'm a financial coach. And so the first thing I was asked, what was your website?
Mhm.
So,
Yes. Yes.
that,
How are you
that,
promoting?
because that's
How are you
common.
promoting you?
Yes. And so that's the first thing a lot of people ask now, like, what is your website? I want to see your website because, that's what's in, you go
It's
to the
your calling
website.
card.
Yeah, it's your calling card. Yep. So I think, social media can help. But I don't think I mean, if you want to start out that way, that's one thing because you're trying to get yourself, up and running. But yeah, don't just rely on just that.
Well, I think it's, let's face it, social media doesn't have a buy page. They don't have a buy button, but and it's hard to sell your books on social media, even if you do have a lot of friends. I mean, when your book comes out, your friends are going to buy it if they're your friends, if they're interested in it. Other than that, I don't know. Napperson, and then I'll come back to Father Bob. Napperson, what do you think social
So
media is better than a web page?
no, it's not better. I think the web page is number one, but the social media, I think, is a depend that how like me, I am learning as well. This is my first book, but the social media, I think, if you would like to build, like I have a goal that I would like to share people about Jesus, that how I met him. So I'm learning. I'm not good with the social media yet, but I'm thinking that social media help for them to see that who is this author? What is she talking about? What's up with this Asian girl? Like how they gonna know if I'm not like share? So, but the website, yes, number one, I agree. But the social media is put me in the um less comfort zone, but I'm doing this just for the Lord. So I think social media is help a little bit for, and then you can put like marketing, like website, like you announce
Yes.
on the
Yes.
social
Yes.
media.
Yes. But I think that an author's online profile is much, much more reliable if it's on a web page. Okay, Father Bob, hit us.
Well, I agree with Moo, what she said, and it's pretty much what I was going to say. I almost took my hand down, but I just wanted to say the two can work together hand in glove is pretty much what I think. And I'm not sure if I've only been on things like Twitter and so forth, LinkedIn and a couple of others. On LinkedIn, I announced my books because that's my business now. And so you can do that because you're talking as a professional to other professionals. Probably even mention my web page there. I haven't done it yet, but I'm in the process. And then the other thing would be that online profile. Can we talk about that for a minute? Can you tell us a little bit about how we do that and how we get that out there?
QR, are you on QR?
Yep, I
Okay,
am
talk
on.
to us about the online profile. Help me with the online profile, and then you just put on a chat regarding backlinks, and I want you to explain the backlinks.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that websites are your online profile. So this is like what was it Lakeisha? Yes. So every time someone asks Lakeisha about, things that she does, they always ask Lakeisha's website. So why is that? It's because that's the most accessible platform where they can access who Lakeisha Townsend is. Like, what do you do? What have you done so far? What your credentials, as an author or as a real estate broker, right? Or as a chef, right? So this is where you get to provide them or give them an idea of your body of work, right? At the same time, say for example, if you have been interviewed before, right? Or if you, yeah, say for example, if you've been interviewed before, you can dedicate a certain page just for that particular interview, right? Or say for example, a trailer of your book, right? So that will give your audience an idea of who you are, what your book is all about. And to be more strategic, you can even have these videos situated just near the buy book button. So if they're liking what they see, if they're liking what they hear, the buy book button is just near, and the only way for them to grab a copy of your book is just to click that button, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to say when I said online portfolio. But before it started like that, it's really just an online portfolio. Now it has evolved. It has become not just an online portfolio, but also your dedicated store online, right? So it has become your online portfolio and your online store. And speaking of backlinks, this is where social media comes into the picture, right? Social media is a fad, right? I'm not sure when it actually started. All I know back that time, Friendster, right? I know Friendster, but Friendster is no longer in. It's not even already available. So we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and a lot more. So what we can social media help us reach to a wider and broader audience, right? So that's the use of social media. And the thing is, if you have social media and then if you have your website, backlinking, meaning say for example, do you see those on a website, do you see those social media icons probably at the side or at the bottom part of a website, right? If we are going to integrate your social media accounts on your website, your website viewers or website followers will also have the chance to visit your social media accounts, right? And vice versa. So what does that do to your website? Or what does that do to your social media accounts? That will help you build your searchability or increase your searchability online. That's what we call backlinking, and that's actually part of the Google algorithm or how Google speaks. That's their language. If you use backlinking, if you integrate your social media accounts to your website, that will help you with your searchability. So every
Okay.
time someone searches something relevant to your book, that will help your book or your website rank up to the search engine results. I would love to share to you something, but we can later on how we can diagnose a website's performance. But we may go ahead and continue with the discussion.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
Lakeisha,
you.
you have a question?
Yes, I wanted to ask, I don't know if that was going to be part of Ellie's questions or whatever, how to work with Reader's Magnet on getting their website up and the pricing and stuff like that. I don't know if we were going to be talking about that.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because that was okay, Frank. Go ahead, Frank.
Yes. I believe you all are Reader's Magnet authors, so you have your assigned consultants, right? So just give them a ring, and they're very much ready to go and discuss things with you. All right. But yeah, like what I said, I'm gonna share to you later on how we are going to diagnose a website's performance, so you would know exactly if the website needs help, right? Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me kind of let's get through this, and then we'll just open it all up. Then we can free fall. Okay. So what is a web page cost? And I think the bottom line on what a web page costs is you need to understand what it takes to get a web page. What does it take to develop a web page? The design and the productions. Now you can get a web page. I can. So when my first book was published, it was published by a publisher that just does publishing. They do no marketing, no promoting. They print the book and you're out the door. And so that's when I came across Reader's Magnet. And in the meantime, a friend of mine kept saying, you need a web page. And I kept saying, I don't know anything about that. Well, they had a developer who was out of India. And he said, he'll develop this page for you for a couple $100, but you have to be available between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. to answer his questions, so that if they have issues, and I'm thinking, are you nuts? And I thought, you know what? No, I'll look for another alternative. And my first publisher's consultant with Reader's Magnet then came up and said, well, have you thought of a web page? My web page with Reader's Magnet, if you ask Reader's Magnet about doing a web page, mine is one of the examples they will send to you. I truly have just a dynamic. And to go back to Frank,
How about Ellie? Let's show them your website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have my cooking video is on there. I have videos from radio interviews, from interviews that I've done with Dr. Joanne White on her
Let's
site.
give everyone
I've got
a
gallery
tour.
page. It's www.onecaregiversjourney.com.
Right. James is going to share screen and show Ellie's website. So Ellie, please lead a tour. Okay.
Lead the tour. I can do that.
Yes. All right. Are we all set? Buckles up, and Ellie's going to be our driver.
There you go. Here it is.
No, I don't see it. There it is. Okay, so
Beautiful.
thank you.
wow.
This is my page. You can have your awards on there. You can have you have your awards. You put your bio. There's my chiffon cake. And then I have lots and lots and lots of blogs that are caregiving related. And recently, after my cookbook come out, then we've been doing some cooking blogs. I am in a program with Reader's Magnet called Web Traffic Optimization. And this has been an extraordinary. You want, James, go to the gallery page. We'll show them what a gallery page is. Oh, can't be reached. Up. So I have a gallery page of pictures from, there's some of my pictures from some of the book fairs that I've attended, and there's my cookies. There's cookie dough recipe. There I am with family. There I am. That was the picture of me in the blue, in the turquoise. That was my very first book fair in Miami. So I've been to Florida this time of the year, Kimmy. And at last year's, and there's some of my food blogs that I have out. Last year at TPOS 2, I did a cooking demonstration in the morning, and I did a caregiving talk at night. And I live in an incredibly beautiful scenic area, and I just love to take pictures. So There's a contact page, there's a page about me, there's the order page. James, click on the order page. Look at how pretty that is. I just love my webpage. I'm sorry. And then you can go onto the order page, and you can go right in here, and you can click on either a Kindle version or the paperback, or you can click and it has both of my books and both the Kindle version and the paperback. Now, I will tell you that to go back to what I'll tell you two things. First of all, Reader's Magnet maintains my webpage. So my author relations officer and my publishing consultant will occasionally get together and decide that I need to do something differently. I just recently updated this, and they maintain the page. I do not go on to it and maintain it. I don't do anything to it. So that's just part of having a web page developed by them.
Ellie, we can
They
also
will-
check on Father Bob's and
Yes.
Lakeisha's website too, right?
Yes, let's do it.
And also Napasorn's website.
Ah, there we go.
Here's Father's Bog's website.
Your website is onecaregive.com.
One caregiver's journey.
Onecaregiversjourney.com.
Oh,
Yes.
All one word, One Caregiver's Journey, no apostrophe, onecaregiversjourney.com.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, go. Thank you. Okay. There's Father Bob.
Remember, Father Bob, when we had that session with Caitlin? So you might want to consider, adding music to your
Oh.
website.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do that.
Okay.
You might click on the one that says Gesture Hairston.
Let's try that.
That would be good to share, I think. Up at the top, I think it is.
What button again?
Yeah. Okay,
Blog?
so scroll down. Yeah, I guess it would be. You almost hit it just then when you came down. Come down again.
Right
Okay.
there, right there. There you
There
go.
it is.
So here you go, Father Bob. With your with your website, what I can suggest is put more updates as to what you have been doing, right? Just what Ellie has on her website, so to give everyone an idea of your body of work, right?
Yeah, notice the date of that, but when 2020, and it was shortly after that I was dropped on my knees, and I haven't walked since then, except in one rehab I walked somewhat, and then I made the mistake of transferring. So I haven't had the mentality, nor have I had the
chance,
the ability,
the
or
ability.
the stamina or anything else to work on it. Now I have achieved that. And one of the things I would be adding to that is my testimony about what God has done for me
Mhm.
by giving me, the first time in my life, a sense of well-being
Mhm.
and the realization that well-being and good health do not necessarily have to go together. So that you can have a lot of physical challenges,
Mhm.
but the Joy in the Lord, which is really the first book that I did, and another one that's coming up pretty soon is going to be talking about that conversion. And it was a great thing. So that would be one of my main topics, and possibly some of the scriptures in there and everything that would be. I'm not sure if I can do any reference things like. I don't know, Bible, what is the name of the website?
You can do whatever you want. It's your webpage.
Yeah, but
You
I
know
mean,
what?
I'm not sure technically how to do it. That's the
Oh.
thing.
Well, that's QR. I would say he needs some color.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually. And also, Father Bob, do you have your own live booth sessions in TIFOS? In the
My own,
festival? Have you been doing live booth sessions?
no, coming up will be probably my first, I have done signings, so,
Okay. Because
and,
I know you have some scheduled live booth sessions. What you can do, you can ask for a recording of those live booth sessions, and you can have those recordings integrated here on your website, so they don't just see, written contents or written materials, but they
yeah,
also get to see videos of you speaking, you
Yeah.
talking, right? It's really different if they can see you and if they can hear you.
yeah, well,
And that,
I
and
think,
that really is, that's really pretty nice, Father Bob.
Especially, with the type of material that you have. It's
right.
it's important that they get to see you and hear you. And we need to also understand the type of audience that we have.
Right.
We have different types of audience. There are those who would prefer reading. There are those who would prefer to listen. And there are those who are, who can easily digest if they see something, right?
Absolutely.
QR, let's look at Napperson's and see how
Yes.
pretty, because her posters are really pretty. Let's look at hers.
Yes.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank
Oh, look at
you.
how,
That's nice.
There you go.
And you
Oh,
have
very
your-
nice.
wow, you have a lot on there. Look at that.
Um,
I love
yeah.
it that you have a podcast.
Oh, that is cute.
Thank you. That's wow. That when my hair is up and writing the book. And yeah, I do have like a good news of great joy. Just mini that someone want to read.
Wow, look at all of that. How pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Who else has a webpage QR?
I'm excited to see Lakeisha's website.
Well,
Yes.
before you go, okay, you're there. All right, so this is going back to getting someone to do your website. Okay, so this was before I had done my book. And so I had someone, do the web page because I was just getting started in my financial coaching. And so yeah, this I was terribly disappointed with this. And so so I'm actually now having somebody rework on it, and I'm going, having a
Is it under works or?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. And so he's changing all of this. And he's going to put my book up there. And then I'm going to also put links to all of the lives that I've done on Reader's Magnet and, all of that. Now, I have another, because I'm also a CPR instructor, so I have another website where that's where, that's why I knew I needed a website for my coaching. And then I learned, I said, oh,
A
okay, I didn't
separate
know.
one.
Yeah, I didn't know people, did book, had book pages. And so I'm Reader's Mag has, up my knowledge on websites. And so, yeah. This is when, when you do something, when you trying to do something on a lower budget, and sometimes you get
Right.
what you pay.
Well, you always get what you pay for, but
Right. Yes.
but I have to say that from my perspective, this is a lot of work to maintain. So it's nice, the extra money that you pay to have this web page developed and maintained,
Right.
have your domain maintained, is worth it. I mean, that's money well spent. You're not throwing it away. It's money well spent.
Right.
Wow.
Yes. So
That's also. Yeah, go ahead.
After you show the other one, I want, if you don't mind showing my other website, so you can see that one. How when this is when somebody else did it, you know, a real professional did it. See what it looks like.
Let's check that.
Okay, that is www.iyk CPR CPR.com. So I am a CPR instructor, so I teach people how to save lives also.
What does IIYK stands for, Lakeisha?
Increase your knowledge.
Oh,
It's from the scripture Hosea 4:6.
That's great.
so this is your other website.
Yeah, this is my other website.
Is this backlinked to the other website, the coaching
I'm going to.
service?
Actually, I am going to backlink it to my other one as well. Yes.
Make sure it's backlinked vice versa, right?
Mhm.
Because again, that's going to help with the
Mhm.
searchability and all the social media accounts at the top there, Facebook and Twitter, these should all be working,
Mhm.
right? Because again, that's another criteria that Google will check in order
Right.
for your website to be considered as searchable.
Mhm.
All right. Let's have Mackenzie's website. Mackenzie? I think it's Mackenzie the Poet.com.
This one, yes. But yes.
Where is that? Is Mackenzie still with us?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. Let's see. Nope, I
Now, it
don't.
looks like he's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Hi there, Wilkinson.
Hey, Wilkinson.
He's outside. All right. Anyway, so
Does Wilkinson have a,
website.
yeah. Deadbeat judge,
I
right?
do. If you know anything, there you go. There you go. That's the worst. But I also have one under my name too. So that's kind of like backlinking to it. Yeah, but Deadbeat Judge is the one dedicated to my book. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, we
Mhm.
can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you. We can hear you.
You
Okay.
just hopped in, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm kind of like outside by a nearby coffee shop,
Mhm.
so where everyone else is talking around me. So if you hear any voices, that's just them.
Hear you. You wouldn't want to be,
Your website
you wouldn't
address,
want to be
Wilkinson,
outside
please.
where I am today. It's getting ready to snow.
Oh wow, already?
Oh, we had snow earlier in the week, and the mountains, the mountains west of Denver have been hammered for the last 3 weeks. They're calling for another foot of snow, and some of them, some of the ski areas are already open.
You know what they say: if it's not global warming, it's global lukewarm.
No,
Actually, where you
no,
are.
what they say here is wait 10 minutes and the weather's going to change.
Right. I heard
All
that.
right. So let's have Wilkinson's website address.
What's your-
Wilkinson, can you share
What's
your
your
website?
website, Wilkinson?
It's deadbeatjudge.com.
Yeah, I told you. You should have listened to me, QR. Deadbeat, DEAD, deadbeat. Beat, like the drum. Judge.
Uh-oh, looked like I saw it.
Deadbeatjudge.com.
.com. There you go.
That's me.
No.
All right.
Ah,
Is that your is that your little one? On the cover?
Yes, she's all cartoonish. I mean, that's the cartoon version of her. But the real one, I know where she is.
Okay, so this is a good example, right? So Wilkinson, can you scroll up, James? Okay, so Wilkinson is giving us an idea of, a brief synopsis, a brief idea of what the book is all about, and then a very perfect book cover here. And if you're going to, just where it's available, I bet these icons here are working. Can you please hover on these icons, James? Are they working? Are they clickable? Perfect. All right. But Wilkinson, you know that you can also use, what do you call this, PayPal as your payment method, right? For your buyers.
Oh, for people to pay me directly.
To order copies of your book. Yeah.
And
You
yeah.
know that,
Well,
right? Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that, but thank you for bringing that up to me. Well, I can't promise that I can deliver anything to anyone since I don't have any more copies of my book on hand.
Yeah, that's okay.
I gave up my last one.
Well, the thing is, this is what authors don't actually know. That they can actually use PayPal as a payment method on their website, right?
I have it on.
Yeah, Lakeisha.
Yeah, on my Increase Your Knowledge.
Yes, you
I
do.
have that. Yeah.
Okay, but for your book, not yet.
No, not yet.
Yeah, you can integrate PayPal to your website, and since you are given discounts if you will order copies of your book from your publisher, right? So you can use that as an advantage, right? And then ask your publisher to send it over to the addresses of those who ordered copies directly from your website, right? And that way you get to manage your book sales, right? You know exactly who ordered copies, how much they ordered, and where they're from, and even gather their contact information. So it works like a lead magnet too, right? But it's really all up to you on it's author preference. If you want to go ahead and use PayPal, or if you want to stick to, all right, just using Amazon, that's perfectly fine. All right. So here, I know you'd all agree with me that having a website is just a start, right? There is so much more that we need to do because we need to still drive traffic to the website. We still need to drive people to the website. And not just any kind of people, not just any kind of traffic, but the right kind of traffic. The ones that are likely to buy and click that, purchase button, right? So how do we do that? Very first thing is we need to diagnose a website's performance, right? So there's a tool that we call WTObility.com, right? So this tool will help you diagnose how your website is performing online. Okay. The first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth tab, James, you actually have it open already. Yes, that one. So let's use Father Bob's website.
By the way, for the rest of you, in the WTO program at Reader's Magnet, I get a monthly report from them that includes the Google Analytics and includes this information. So I know both where people, it's an international program. So what part of the world people are clicking into my webpage. And in the United States, actually, there's only one state where somebody hasn't clicked in, and that's North Dakota. But my webpage is viewed all over the world, and they include the Google Analytics that show your backlinks and how long people are staying on your page and how many people have visited your page. Last month, I had 3,100 hits to my webpage.
Wow.
And in those 3,100 hits, I had 7,000 page views. So they peruse the website. It's been a remarkable program that I've been in for 2 years, and over time, with the searching, this is how it has worked. Okay, I'm sorry, QR.
Yep.
Go
Thank you
on.
so much, Ellie. No, that's why you're moderating the session, because you've tried a service, right? Okay. So basically, this is just to provide you an idea of how your website is performing. So very simple. We have the check marks, and the X mark, and the exclamation mark. So there's still more. There's still a few to improve, Father Bob. Right. Basically, your website is performing well, performing okay. Right. Google Analytics that needs to be improved. Right. It can be too technical. There's a bit. There is a definition. You can collapse that, and you would exactly know what the definition is.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, but just seeing on the numbers, you can see that you can still improve and better your website's performance. Okay. All right. So, but this does not include backlinkings yet. Right? This is just your website, like what needs to be fixed on your website. Right. Okay. How about let's have Napasoren's website.
Yes. Yeah, help me.
I hope you will all agree with me that this is pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
It is,
Yes.
absolutely.
And this is kind of why it helps to have somebody who knows what they're doing do this.
Mhm.
And Ellie, I bet the team also helped you in checking and understanding what would be the best keywords,
Mhm.
right, to
Keywords.
use.
Very important.
Mm-mm.
And the keywords are important because if somebody comes in Google's post-pandemic caregiving, and they type in post-pandemic caregiving, they're searching for the post-pandemic caregiving, my website will come up. So
Mhm.
if it's a topic or something that's very prominent, and when you write your blogs, if you write your blogs with these keywords, with keyword phrases or words, then Google will pick them up.
Yep.
or the website is when a search is done, it will pick that up.
Mhm.
And then that's incredibly helpful. And it was something I had a tough time learning, that I had to write blogs, and it's the Reader's Magnet team that got it through my thick Italian skull what I needed to do. But
But part of the service is creating blogs for you too, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you write your
Nepasorn?
own and they help you.
All right, your
Hi.
website's doing pretty much okay, right? But there are still few errors which needs to be fixed. It's common to all, really, is Google Analytics, right?
Okay.
All right. How about let's have TTP coaching? Yeah, let's have that.
Hmm.
Lakeisha.
Mhm.
All right, numbers are not showing good.
Of course not.
Yes, there is a lot more that needs to be improved.
Mhm.
Okay, so you might want to consider talking to your consultant.
Mhm.
Okay. Anyway, so the thing is, you see those, what do you call this? Those items that needs to be checked, right?
Mhm.
Those are the things that we need to constantly monitor, right? Because those are the things that Google will check from time to time. Okay. And the thing is, the criteria, it varies, it changes. So we need to really you need to have a dedicated team who will constantly monitor the change.
Mhm.
Yes. That's why if we are going to do search engine optimization, it shouldn't be just done once. It should be in a campaign. So you would know if this particular month, you know, how this month's performance is different from the previous month. So you'd know and assess what worked and what didn't work, which keywords are good and which keywords are not useful. you know? Yes. All right. Ellie?
Sure. Well, I hope that was a useful exercise for all of you, that we got to see each other's websites, get to see what everybody else is doing. And QR, James, where are we with time? Are we past?
12:04.
Pardon me?
It's already 12:04. They're past.
So we're past.
4
Yeah.
minutes.
So-
That's fine.
That's fine.
But I hope
At
you
least we've
all
had too much
enjoyed.
fun.
But I hope
Um,
you all enjoyed, and I hope the session was informative, right? And helped
Father
you with
Fab-
your and how you guys can improve your website.
And I'd like to thank the Reader's Magnet staff. I'd like to thank James and Lourdes, and most especially QR, for all the assistance and the help that they give. I'd like to thank the staff and the management especially for putting this on. I think hosting the Festival of Storytellers, it's a highlight. It's a highlight of the, and we're going into the book buying season now, that we're going into the holidays. People buy books for gifts. And I for one am very grateful for the staff and my team at Reader's Magnet for all that they do, and that they're dedicated to helping you gain the exposure and promoting our books, our brands, our websites, our personas. And with that, I say this afternoon is the last roundtable at 5 Eastern with Dr. Joanne White. I may be sitting on that one, but I thank you for everything. Thank you for joining this morning. Stay well, be safe. Ciao for now.
All right, there you go, Wilkinson's book.
Wilkinson's book. There you go.
I
Why
know.
not?
I'm
Let's
pulling it on an iPad.
let's have
That's
everyone
not the-
raise
I
their
don't
book
ha- I don't have to do it.
covers. All right, James, let's take a screenshot and let me have my video turned on too, real quick. There you go.
There you are.
Good to see your picture. See what you look like.
Oh, he's so fun.
Do you have
Ellie,
your
your
book,
book.
Ellie? There you go.
I know him. He's so fun.
James, let's give a thumbs up.
Wait.
Wait.
Wilkinson, you need to show your
There we
book.
go. There we go.
There you go. There you go.
Wait, let's wait for Wilkinson. All right, go, James. Are you done? James, are you done?
James.
Okay, we're done. All right, thanks, James.
I'm
you
unmuted.
guys. I hope you all will join later this afternoon session, because it'll be the last session for this season, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again on chapter 4.
Thank you all. Thank
Bye.
you.
All right.
Bye.
All right, guys.